Good morning, Year 3, and welcome to a little bit of online learning due to the snow day. Now, it's optional, it is our work from home, so if you're a bit cold and wet from all the snowman making and throwing snowballs and snow angels, then buckle up for a little bit of an English blast. And as you can see by the title of the lesson, we're going to just do a simple build the sentence, thinking about how we can include all the features that we've been learning about this year. So as you can see on the screen, this is the image that I'm going to work with. Now I will set you a separate worksheet that you'll find on your portfolio with a different image, but I want you to go through the same processes as you're here now. And again, if you want to rewatch this video and pause it so that you can listen to it, watch me as a bit of a waggle, and then complete your sentence and then build it up slowly. It's absolutely up to you. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is I'm going to identify my noun. So there's lots of things that I could talk about on there. There's obviously the hills, some trees, there's a boy, looks as though there's some planets and some stars. But I think the obvious one to start with would be the boy. Okay, so my noun is simply boy. Noun phrase. A noun phrase is where we introduce my noun. So I've got my boy. So I stick a determiner in. So is it a boy, the boy, this boy, that boy? So I think nice and simple, a boy. My next one, an expanded noun phrase. An expanded noun phrase is where I want to describe my noun. So I'm going to use an adjective. Looking carefully at the picture, it looks as though he could be quite young. So young, he looks as though he's on an adventure. So I'm going to go for a double adjective, a young, adventurous boy. A young, adventurous boy. That sounds pretty good. I'm happy with my start so far. So I've identified my noun, which is the boy. I've stuck a determiner in front of it to introduce him, and now I've just described him, a young, adventurous boy. And my next one, I just want to add a little bit more of a character description to him. So I just want to use the word with and just tell me something more. So I could say a young adventurous boy with red trousers, a young adventurous boy with a blue hat. But I think I'm going to focus on his travelling stick. So I'm going to go a young adventurous, now apologies for the speed of my typing, a young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick. I think that's what I'm going to go for. A young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick. So I've got my little bit of a character description here. There's probably all sorts of information that you can take from this short sentence so far. So I'm going to stick with this. Right, my next one is I'm going to put a verb and an adverb pairing. My verb tells me what my boy is going to be doing, and my adverb describes how that happens. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that sentence again. So there's a lot of rewriting the sentences, and again, this is just really good practice to getting into the routine of remembering all the different features that we expect to see in your writing. So a young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick. Now what's he doing? Well, it looks as though he's walking. Walking could be a bit boring. So he's maybe, I've already said he's adventurous, so he could be journeying or journeyed. It shows that he's travelling. So journeyed, and how is he journeying? Again, the speed is obviously like the easy ones, journeyed quickly, journeyed slowly, but I want to be a little bit more creative with my work. So he journeyed. He kind of looks as though almost in like a dreamlike state. He looks as though he's in wonderment. He's like amazed by what he sees. So a young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily. Woo! Journeyed dreamily. Right, now we're really building it up. The next one, my prepositional phrase. So a preposition tells you when or where something happened. So where is my boy? Well, he could be on the hills, on the hillside, in the country. He could be below the night sky. He could be in front of the trees, on top of the mountains. So there's all sorts of things I could choose. So I'm going to, again, rewrite my sentence. An adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily. I'm going to say across the hills. Across the hills. I'm going to use the word across because it's maybe a slightly more adventurous and creative word than simply in or on. So on the hills would work, or, in the country would work, but I'm trying to up level my vocabulary, so I'm using it across the hills. Excellent. Right, with my setting description, I just want to give a little bit more detail about what I can see or where the boy is now. So I've said he's walking across the hills. Can I describe this image a little bit more? Like clearly the one or the features that stand out the most are those kind of like crazy, strange planets. They almost look like bubbles in the sky. So I'm going to go and describe those. Which means I'm going to have to go through and write the whole thing again. So a young, comma, adventurous. Again, I put in a comma there because I'm doing a list. A young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick A young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily across the hills. I'm going to use the word that reflected the glow of the strange planets. Okay, and again, strange planets is an example of an expanded noun phrase because it's not just saying the planets, I'm describing the planets and they look a little bit strange, so I've even managed to sneak in another toolkit feature in there. Let's write it all again. A young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily across the hills that reflected the glow of the strange planets. It's not looking too shabby, even if I say so myself. Right, it's got two more features I want to look at now. Why? Why is my boy travelling? I'm going to use a conjunction here. Conjunctions and, because, but, so, as, when, loads of different conjunctions. You'll be able to reel loads of them off. So I'm just going to start writing and kind of see where the mood takes me. So, young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeying dreamily across the hills that reflected the glow of the strange. Oh, I'll be dreaming about this sentence tonight, I tell you that much. Right, so a young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily across the hills that reflected the glow of the strange planets. Why is he doing it? Well, I've kind of suggested that he's adventurous. I've said the word journeyed. So I think he's looking for something. As a traveller, they often look for something. So I think it's night time. Maybe he's just looking for a place to stay. So as he, rather than looked for, again I'm going to think about up-leveling my vocabulary. As he sought, as he looks for, as he tries to find, as he sought out a place to rest for the night. A sentence. Now I've done a full sentence. Must out of the capital letter. A young, adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily across the hills that reflected the glow of the strange planets as he sought out a place to rest for the night. Happy with that. Happy with that. The final thing, and then again, this is just a little trick that we can do to change our sentence type, is actually can we put our conjunction first? So I'm just going to highlight my conjunction and the following sentence here. Stick that in red, just so that you can see. So I'm going to write that first. That's going to be my sentence. As he sought out a place to rest for the night. Again, we don't know who he is yet, so I need to introduce him now. So that we would call this a fronted adverbial. More of a year 4 topic, but it's something that we've had a look at in year 3 as well. So as he sought out a place to rest for the night, now I'm going to start back at the beginning when it says a young adventurous boy. A young adventurous boy with a small travelling stick as he sought out a place to rest for the night. A young, adventurous boy with a small travelling stick journeyed dreamily across the hills that reflected the glow of strange planets. Perfect. Okay, so that is very similar to the task that I want you to think about. I know this took quite a long time, but again, I want you to really listen to my thought process. Think about the types of vocabulary I used and why. Really using the image to inspire me to think of my best possible sentence. And again, if you need to edit, if you think of something better later on, then that's something that you can do. The one thing that I could possibly edit here is if I really wanted to add to that description. I've said here that he journeyed dreamily across the hills. Maybe I could use a word to describe the hill. So again, there's another opportunity for an adjective here. I don't think that would be too much because I'm really trying to add to my descriptive setting. So maybe he journeyed dreamily across the rolling hills that reflect the glow of strange planets. Hope you found that useful. I'll finish pretty soon. I'll upload a worksheet onto your portfolio. Again, have a crack and we'll see what sort of sentences you can come up with. Enjoy.